two things. One is, first, tell me if you got any seminars coming up in Canada or anywhere that you want to broadcast. And secondly, tell me a crazy story of you and Joe Rogan really stoned. Okay, go.
Well, I have a seminar, coincidentally, this Saturday in Victoria on Vancouver Island.
Cool.
Yep. Saturday at 10th Planet Victoria at the Submissions 101 gym. That's this Saturday.
That's Ari Bolden?
Yes, Ari Bolden.
Yeah.
He's putting that together. That's this Saturday in Victoria.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan's story where I'm stuck. Well, it took me a while to convince Joe Rogan to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Everybody thought I was crazy when I started smoking weed, and it changed my life. I started smoking at 28.
Yeah.
I was a total weed anti-activist, and all of a sudden, I'm a pothead. Trying to convert everybody. Everybody thought I was crazy. And I thought, if I can convince Joe to smoke weed, that maybe people wouldn't think I was so crazy. Because he was a comedian, and he was already funny. He was the ultimate with dick jokes and relationship jokes and all that stuff. And I figured, damn it, this guy's funny as hell, and he's not even stoned. God damn, all I got to do is get him stoned. So I'd sit him down and break him down with some weed philosophy, and I'm slowly cracking him, slowly, after a couple months, and finally, we're in his car, and he said, fuck it, cool, you got some weed on you right now? Yeah, I go, you want to smoke? And he goes, yeah, and I'm like, you can't be driving the first time you smoke weed. He said, fuck it, let me just smoke this shit. Keep talking about it. He smoked it. We drove immediately to Baskin Robbins. It was the best hot fudge sundae he's ever had in his life. And that night, he went, had a stand-up comedy set, and he talked about his first time ever smoking weed and how good that hot fudge sundae was. It was like no hot fudge sundae he's ever had before in his life. It was crazy.
You make a good argument for smoking weed right there.
Yeah.
That's I'm about 80% convinced. And you're going to be out in BC, which is like the weed capital. Oh, we lost his signal.
We lost Eddie Bravo. He's probably gone to smoke weed somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're out of time anyway, so it's not like we're down and back
timing.
up. But he's going to be out in Vancouver, Victoria, which is not short on weed.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the whole province of BC is going to be celebrating the fact that he's
interesting
out there.
character, that Eddie
Bravo.
He is top of the food chain Jiu Jitsu guy. And music producer, weed connoisseur, Joe Rogan's best friend. I mean, he's got a lot going for him.
Are they that tight?
Yeah, they're best buddies.
So now here, what's the deal with? Let's go with the nickname. We got to talk about the nickname. We got to give the top five.
Okay. Well, we had a bunch.
So give me
the ones that we had selected.
Yep.
Were Robin, the Boy Wonder Black. See,
Robin Boy Wonder, right?
Yeah, the Boy Wonder.
Is it the Boy
Black.
Wonder? Okay.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It's like
stop talking.
I don't want to act like. I just want to explain it quickly. I don't want to be
so
like a tough guy, like the lightsaber black or whatever. The Mad Dog, whatever.
Right.
So it's got to be somewhat funny and charming and goofy because I'm funny and charming and goofy, right?
So you say.
Yeah. So the Boy Wonder Black. Yep. I liked Robin Jet Black. I thought that was kind of good.
Okay. And then we had emo homosexual.
Yes, that was a good one.
That was so awesome, by the way.
Actually, that was very funny. The emo homosexual black. Yeah, I thought that was funny. I can make fun of myself. In fact,
I can certainly make fun of you, and that's going to fall right into that category.
The peacock.
Peacock.
I thought that one was pretty good because let's face it, they're not really a dangerous animal.
They're very flashy.
They're flashy
with their colors, which you got.
They're flashy and confusing, but they're not a particularly dangerous animal. So I kind of liked that.
They do strut around a lot, and I think one of those would do a lot of name dropping.
Yeah, for sure.
If any bird's going to name drop,
it would be strutting around. Going,
it's going to be.
I know the tiger. I know the lion. And there was some other ones, but.
Well, there's four. We have to have the top five. Because here's the deal, everybody.
Iron Fist, somebody mentioned that, who was one of my favorite comic book characters when I was in high school. I don't even have an Iron Fist or even a Hard Fist, for that matter, but it was, as a comic book character, one of my favorites.
Okay, and then this is our top five.
Sure.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. We had 130 different entries.
They all sucked. No offense.
No, they didn't. No, these are good ones. And there were a lot of other good ones, to be honest. But here's the deal. Robin is such a picky bitch that we can't narrow it down to just one today. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in the top five, and then people can vote, and they can basically submit their entry for which one of the top five they want. And then next week, we're going to announce Robin's nickname.
Yeah.
And it's going to be
either
one of these top five, which is
the Boy Wonder,
Robin Jet Black, Robin Emo Homosexual, Robin the Peacock Black, and Robin Iron Fist. And you know which one I'm pushing for.
Probably not going to get picked. No matter how many votes come in. Well,
what do you mean? No matter how many votes? It is a democratic society where people can vote.
Yeah, except for I own the show, so it's like in the end.
No. Yeah. We own the show.
Yeah. I can easily
with my vote.
I would advise you not to waste your vote on that because there's essentially no chance that'll be chosen. But just my opinion.
I would recommend everybody vote for Emo Homosexual, and then let's
sure
see what happens.
WEC won't let me fight with that name.
Well, you probably won't be fighting in the WEC anytime soon.
To fight there anyways.
But I would really like to see you go in and have them go. We can't do that.
Yeah. I also now to be honest, I think it would be really funny to go. And in this corner, weighing 135 pounds, Robin, the emo homosexual. Yeah, although I'm neither emo nor homosexual, but whatever.
But that's
anyways. I know everyone's going to vote for that, and I'm going to manipulate the score so that whatever is number 2.
You're going to vote 500. You're going to get 500 of your closest friends.
Yeah. Eddie, I'll get Eddie to vote 500 times. Anyways, we'd like to thank Eddie Bravo and TJ Grant for coming in, or coming on. We never even got to talk about the fights.
No, but we have 2 minutes left, and so here's my opinion on the fights.
Yeah,
I thought overall, I mean, look, we're celebrating the greatest sport on the planet.
Yeah,
it was a great card overall.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the vast majority of the fights.
Yeah,
so let's just quickly agree that the last fight.
Last fight was terrible.
It was really bad, but I mean, everybody agrees with that. And so, why overtalk that when reality is everybody knows it sucked.
In fact,
and then there was one tiny thing, which is when at the very beginning of the fight, when they put a little bit of Vaseline / grease, whatever, on Anderson's face, and then literally he just wiped it off and kind of just spread it out a little bit.
Care.
But it doesn't matter. I don't think they clinched long enough for it to even be a factor. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Wouldn't affect the fight. Didn't affect the fight. Now, what were the fights that stood out as awesome?
Okay.
I thought...
Also, there was one other bad fight. David Loiseau. Felt bad. Loiseau's a great guy.
Actually, you know what? I completely blocked that one out of my memory. Yeah, just because I didn't want to see it. Loiseau's a good guy.
Yeah, and I hope for the best for him. I hope he comes out, gets one more shot, and blows everyone's
Ed Herman controlled him from top to bottom, and Loiseau was basically a turtle.
Don't even want to talk about it.
There you go.
Hope
and he threw a couple fancy kicks off the top.
Hope for the best.
Fights that I really thought were great. Stout one was a fantastic fight. I thought to be honest, I thought Chuck Liddell and Chonin. I thought that you know what, they stood up, they traded the entire time,
2 minutes,
and
like amazing 2 minutes, so electric in that place.
And Shogun, did I just say Chuck Liddell and Chonin? Anyway, it's Chuck Liddell and Shogun. Yeah. Holy cow, I can't even think. But anyway, Shogun landed a great left and knocked him out, and it was Chuck's supposedly last fight.
It was.
But now there's a couple things. So one of his trainers or managers is basically saying he's thinking over it for the next few days. And apparently he does have one fight left on his contract.
He's not
with the
fighting
UFC.
again.
Anyway, but Dana White says he's not fighting, which means
he's not.
He's not fighting. Yeah. And then last we've got some of the other ones that were really good.
Czech Congo looked amazing.
Grant was Congo looked amazing. Czech Congo basically pounded out Anthony Hardon.
He's a big, scary looking dude.
Fuck, you know what? For 232. And he's fighting a guy that's 250. He looks a lot bigger than 250.
Yeah, but you know what? Overall, there were people just freaking out about the last fight, but it's an incredible sport. It's incredible to see.
And that's all the time we have. And Robin's now rambling.
It's incredible to see these athletes do what they do. It's incredible to see how these people give up so much to go in and put on a show like that for people. And if the worst fight in the world is still a privilege to see.
Well, not only that, and you got to admit, the UFC puts on an awesome show.
Yeah,
they know what the fuck they're doing, and it kicks
you should
ass.
see it from the front row.
Well, hey, from where I was sitting, it was an awesome show.
You should see it from the front
row.
last
UFC in Montreal, I sat about 6 rows away, and it was a sick show. So, you sit.
So you're getting further.
I'm getting further away. The next UFC that I go to, I'm hoping to sit outside and just listen and make.
I'm going to be in the ring,
and maybe you can update me with texting.
Yeah,
and then
I'll be in the ring interviewing them.
Right, exactly.
Dressed as Joe Rogan.
Yeah, for sure. Because Joe's totally into you taking his job.
I'm going to text Eddie Bravo and thank him for coming on.
Right,
and. Then I guess that's it.
And yes, absolutely.
Who are we getting next week?
I have no idea. But we're going to have a couple awesome... What do you mean somebody good? We're going to have 2 awesome guests. So thanks very much for watching.
Hey, what do we got coming up next on this channel?
And next up after this show is Bunny Talk TV, which I know I don't want to miss. So I'm going to stay right here. And they're going to be talking about cheating, which, again... a really hot subject. So thanks very much for watching. You're watching No Shit MMA on thatchannel.com, sponsored by Extreme Couture Toronto. Thanks so much, guys.
I've been awesome.
Yeah, you were sick tonight.
I was great.
You suck shit. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.